Israel, don't celebrate like the nations do. Don't be happy. You acted like a prostitute and left your God. You committed your sexual sin on every threshing floor. But the grain from those threshing floors will not provide enough food for Israel. There will not be enough wine for Israel. The Israelites will not stay in the Lord's land. Ephraim will return to Egypt. In Assyria, they will eat food that they should not eat. They will not be able to give offerings of wine to the Lord. None of their sacrifices will please him. What they offer will be like food eaten at a funeral. Whoever eats it will become unclean. They can eat that food for their own hunger, but it cannot be taken into the Lord's temple. They will not be able to celebrate the Lord's feast or festivals. The people of Israel left because the enemy took everything from them, but Egypt will take the people themselves. Memphis will bury them. Weeds will grow over their silver treasures, and thorns will grow where the Israelites lived. The prophet says, Israel, learn this. The time of punishment has come. The time has come for you to pay for the evil things you did. But the people of Israel say, the prophet is a fool. This man with God's Spirit is crazy. The prophet says, you will be punished for your terrible sins. You will be punished for your hate. God and the prophet are like guards watching over Ephraim, but there are many traps along the way, and people hate the prophet, even in the house of his God. The Israelites have gone deep into ruin as in the time of Gibeah. God will remember the Israelites' sins, and he will punish them. At the time I, the Lord, found Israel, they were like fresh grapes in the desert. They were like the first figs on a fig tree at the beginning of the season. But when they came to Baal Peor, they changed. So I had to cut them off like rotten fruit. They became like the terrible things that they loved. Like a bird, Ephraim's glory will fly away. There will be no more pregnancies, no more births, and no more babies. But even if the Israelites do raise their children, it will not help, because I will take the children away from them. I will leave them, and they will have nothing but troubles. I can see that Ephraim is leading his children into a trap. Ephraim will lead his children out to the killer. Lord, give them what you will. Give them a womb that loses babies and breasts that cannot give milk. All their evil is in Gilgal. I began hating them there. I will force them to leave my house because of the evil things they do. I will not love them anymore. Their leaders are rebels who turn against me. Ephraim will be punished. Their root is dying. They will not have any more babies. They might give birth to babies, but I will kill the precious babies who come from their bodies. Those people will not listen to my God, so he will refuse to listen to them, and they will wander among the nations without a home. Israel is like a vine that grows plenty of fruit. But as Israel got more and more things, he built more and more altars to honor false gods. His land became better and better, so he put up better and better stones to honor false gods. The people of Israel tried to trick God, but now they must accept their guilt. He will break down their altars and destroy their memorial stones. Now the Israelites say, we have no king. We don't honor the Lord, and his king cannot do anything to us. They make promises, but they are only telling lies. They don't keep their promises. They make agreements with other countries. God does not like those agreements. The judges are like poisonous weeds growing in a plowed field. The people from Samaria worship the calves of Bethaven. They will cry. The priest will cry because their beautiful idol is gone. It was carried away. It was carried away as a gift to the great king of Assyria. He will keep Ephraim's shameful idol. Israel will be ashamed of its idol. Samaria's false god will be destroyed. It will be like a piece of wood floating away on the water's surface. Israel sinned and built many high places. The high places of Avon will be destroyed. Thorns and weeds will grow on their altars. Then they will say to the mountains, cover us, and to the hills, fall on us. Israel, you have sinned since the time of Gibeah, and the people have continued to sin there. Those evil people at Gibeah will be trapped by war. I will come to punish them. Armies will come together against them and punish the Israelites for both of their sins. Ephraim is like a trained young cow that loves to walk on grain on the threshing floor. I will put a good yoke on her neck. I will put the ropes on Ephraim. Then Judah will begin plowing. Jacob will break the ground himself. If you plant goodness, you will harvest faithful love. Plow your ground, and you will harvest with the Lord. He will come, and he will make goodness fall on you like rain. But you planted evil, and you harvested trouble. You ate the fruit of your lies, because you had trusted in your power and your soldiers. So your armies will hear the noise of battle, and all your fortresses will be destroyed. It will be like the time Shalman destroyed Beth Arbel. At that time of war, mothers were killed with their children. And this will happen to you at Bethel, because you did so many evil things. When that day begins, the king of Israel will be fully destroyed. The Lord said, I loved Israel when he was a child, and I called my son out of Egypt. But the more I called the Israelites, the more they left me. The Israelites gave sacrifices to the false gods and burned incense to the idols. But I was the one who taught Ephraim to walk. I took the Israelites in my arms. I healed them, but they don't know that. I led them with ropes, but they were ropes of love. I was like a person who set them free. I bent down and fed them. The Israelites will not go back to Egypt. The king of Assyria will become their king because they refuse to turn back to God. The sword will swing against their cities and kill their strong men. It will destroy their leaders. My people expect me to come back. They will call to God above, and he will not help them. Ephraim, I don't want to give you up. Israel, I want to protect you. I don't want to make you like Admah. I don't want to make you like Zeboim. I am changing my mind. My love for you is too strong. I will not let my terrible anger win. I will not destroy Ephraim again. I am God and not a human. I am the Holy One. I am with you. I will not show my anger. I, the Lord, will roar like a lion, and my children will come and follow me. They will come from the west, shaking with fear. They will come from Egypt, shaking like birds. They will come shaking like doves from the land of Assyria, and I will take them back home. This is what the Lord said. Ephraim surrounded me with false gods. The people of Israel turned against me, but Judah still walks with God and is true to the Holy One. Ephraim is wasting his time. Israel chases the wind all day long. The people tell more and more lies and steal more and more. They have made agreements with Assyria, and they are carrying their olive oil to Egypt. The Lord says, I have a complaint against Israel. Jacob must be punished for the bad things he did. While Jacob was still in his mother's womb, he began to trick his brother. Jacob was a strong young man, and at that time he fought with God. Jacob wrestled with God's angel and won. He cried and asked for a favor. That happened at Bethel. There he spoke to us. Yes, Yahweh is the God of the armies. His name is Yahweh. So come back to your God. Be loyal to him. Do the right thing, and always trust in your God. Jacob is a tricky merchant. He even cheats his friend. Even his scales lie. Ephraim said, I am rich. I have found true riches. No one will learn about my crimes. No one will learn about my sins. But I am still the Lord your God, as I was when you left the land of Egypt. I will make you live in tents, as you do during the festival of shelters. I spoke to the prophets and gave them many visions. I gave the prophets many ways to teach my lessons to you. But the people in Gilead have sinned. There are many terrible idols in that place. They offer sacrifices to bulls at Gilgal. They have many altars. There are rows and rows of altars like the rows of dirt in a plowed field. Jacob ran away to the land of Aram. There, Israel worked for a wife. He kept sheep to get another wife. But the Lord used a prophet and brought Israel out of Egypt. He used a prophet and kept Israel safe. But Ephraim made the Lord very angry. Ephraim killed many people, so he will be punished for his crimes. His Lord will make him bear his shame. The tribe of Ephraim made itself very important in Israel. Ephraim spoke and people shook with fear. But Ephraim sinned by worshiping Baal, so he must die. Now the Israelites sin more and more. They make idols for themselves. Workers make those fancy statues from silver, and then they talk to their statues. They offer sacrifices to them, and they kiss those calf idols. That is why those people will soon disappear. They will be like a fog that comes early in the morning and then quickly disappears. The Israelites will be like chaff that is blown from the threshing floor. The Israelites will be like smoke that goes out a window and disappears. I have been the Lord your God since the time you were in the land of Egypt. You did not know any other God except me. I am the one who saved you. I knew you in the desert. I knew you in that dry land. I gave food to the Israelites, and they ate it. They became full and satisfied. They became proud, and then they forgot me. That is why I will be like a lion to them. I will be like a leopard waiting by the road. I will attack them like a bear whose cubs were robbed from her. I will attack them and rip open their chest. I will be like a lion or other wild animal tearing and eating its prey. Israel, I helped you, but you turned against me. So now I will destroy you. Where is your king? Can he save you in any of your cities? Where are your judges? You asked for them, saying, give me a king and leaders. I was angry, and I gave you a king. And when I became very angry, I took him away. Ephraim tried to hide his guilt. He thought his sins were a secret, but he will be punished. His punishment will be like the pain of a woman giving birth. He will not be a wise son. The time will come for his birth, and he will not survive. I will save them from the grave. I will rescue them from death. Death, where are your diseases? Grave, where is your power? I am not looking for revenge. Israel grows among his brothers, but a powerful east wind will come. The Lord's wind will blow from the desert. Then his well will dry up. His spring of water will be dry. The wind will take away anything of value. Samaria must be punished because she turned against her God. The Israelites will be killed with swords. Their children will be torn to pieces, and their pregnant women will be ripped open. Israel, you fell and sinned against God, so come back to the Lord your God. Think about what you will say, and come back to the Lord. Say to him, take away our sin, and accept these words as our sacrifice. We offer you the praise from our lips. Assyria will not save us. We will not ride on war horses. We will never again say, our God, to something we made with our hands. This is because you are the one who shows mercy to orphans. The Lord says, I will forgive them for leaving me. I will show them my love without limits, because I have stopped being angry. I will be like the dew to Israel. Israel will blossom like the lily. He will grow like the cedar trees of Lebanon. His branches will grow, and he will be like a beautiful olive tree. He will be like the sweet smell from the cedar trees of Lebanon. The people of Israel will again live under my protection. They will grow like grain. They will bloom like a vine. They will be like the wine of Lebanon. Ephraim, I will have nothing more to do with idols. I am the one who answers your prayers and watches over you. I am like a fir tree that is always green. Your fruit comes from me. A wise person understands these things, and a smart person should learn them. The Lord's ways are right. Good people will live by them. Sinners will die by them.